Hello and welcome back. In this video, we want to add our server.ts file. Now, I'll first of all add it, server.ts. If I go to my auth service and then go to the server.ts file. Now, majority of the things we need, almost the two server files, they are almost similar, okay? So we will add the start function, the security middleware. We're going to add the standard middleware, the route middleware, the start queues, the start Elasticsearch, the auth error handler, and then our start server. And then later we will likely update and then add, probably we're going to update this start Elasticsearch. But what we have currently here in the auth service is similar to what we need in our user service. So I don't think it makes any sense to just start typing out here again. So what I'm going to do, I will just copy and paste, okay? So to reiterate, I am copying and pasting because what we need in the server file is similar to what we have in the server file for our auth service, okay? So I'll copy and then paste here again. And then let's start making the changes. So the config, this is going to be users, okay? This is going to be users. Okay, right now we don't have the create connection file. We don't need an index, okay? And then here I'm going to say users server, okay? We don't need this. I'll take it out. And for this, I'm going to change this all to arrow functions, okay? So to just be consistent, this, I don't need it. We don't need the create index, because we are not going to create any index. And yeah, here in the auth, I will change this to user or users error handler. So, and then move it right here. Okay. And let me change the name. This is going to be user service. And the port number, I don't need this as well. The port number is going to be 4003. Okay. And here, this will be changed to users server. And this will be changed to users service. Okay. And every other thing will remain the same. Okay. You can see it's just similar to what we have in our auth service. Now, what I want to do, like I said, I want to change all of these to arrow functions. Okay. So I'll pause the video, change it, or let me just change this first one. So this is going to be const. Okay. And then start equal. And then this is going to have the arrow. So this is the arrow function. It's not yet exported. We are only exporting this start method. So I can do the export down here. So export start. Okay. Now you can go ahead and change the other function if you prefer. If you want to use arrow function, it's fine. If you want to use this regular function right here, you can also do that. Okay. For me, I want to use the arrow function. Okay. So I've converted them all to arrow functions. So you can see. Okay. So you can see them right here. Now, to just explain this part here, so what we are doing here in this security middleware, we are setting this trust proxy to 1, okay, the HPP helmet, and then we set up cause, okay, so because the request is going to be coming from the API gateway, okay, and then here we are setting a middleware. We want to verify the token that will be added to the request headers when the request comes from the API gateway, okay, so we verify the token. If the token is valid, then we get the payload and set it to request.currentUser. And then we call next. So it can proceed to the next function or the next callback. Okay. And then here we just have the standard middleware route, start queues. And I think we already have, let me see. Do we have this connection? Yeah. Okay. We already have the Elasticsearch check connection. So we'll later add for the start queues. Let's go ahead and make use of this function. Okay, it's already exported here. So it's already exported here. So go to app.ts. So right here, I'm going to create an instance of express. So express equal to express. Right here. Okay. And I can import this too. This is just a type, so I always, when I copy, I always just copy all. And then down here, I'll call start and then pass app. Okay. So this is going to be at users. So now with this, we have created the start function. And let me run the command to start. Okay. So npm run dev. Okay. So while that is starting, I'll run my auth. I'll run the notification as well. So I'll wait for all of these services to start before I start my API gateway. My API gateway will always be the last service to start. Okay, even when we get to Kubernetes, it will always be the last pod that will be created, because if we create the pod first while other services are not yet running, we get some kind of errors. Okay, so now you can see it says user service successfully connected to database. And if we go here, let's try to see if we can view the log information. So Kibana, and let me go to logs. Let's see if we can find the information. Okay, so let me change this to 5 seconds. And yeah, you can see we have user service running on port 4003, user service successfully connected to database, user service Elastic search health status is yellow. Okay, so our services are able to connect right here and run without any issue. I'll then go ahead and start my API gateway.